So if you can actually get into 160s at the moment, because the power level is just messed up and all over the place, if you can actually get into 160s, they are super easy right now. By the way, if your power level is messed up, we have videos on this, we have fixes for bugs, we have an explanation of how the power level works. Check out those videos if you need them. Hello! I'm CammyG, and welcome back to our Fortnite Save the World videos. So we are tackling a 160 in this new update. You know, we should be stronger as a solo player, our stats should be stronger, and this mission is currently bugged, I believe, because any enemies are power level 160. Now, usually they are 160 if you're not in an active, like, minigame or the actual objective. So if you run an encampment, the enemies should be power level 250. But normally, if they're just vibing about, they will be 160. But the enemies that come with the actual defense and with encampments or, you know, whatever minigame you're running, storm chest, they're power level 160 still. So this mission, not only is it easier to solo now because your stats are higher, your fort stats can be in the 5,000s when you're playing solo, something that was never possible before. Not only that, but all of the enemies are almost half their usual power level. So, yeah, it is a lot easier to solo 160s now. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Now, it was possible to solo them before, of course. You know, you've got your traps, you've got all the means necessary, all the skills you have, all the weapons you have, all the loadouts you have. It was definitely possible before, but now it is almost trivial, especially for a player who is, you know, excellent at endgame, who just plays 160s all the time. It is a breeze, and I think, well, it's definitely a mistake, because 144 players still have the correct power level at around 200. Is it 200, 220, something like that? But the 160s are the ones that are bugged, and their power level is not right at all. Like, you can see an encampment here, but when you see the enemies spawn, you will see they are 160. All these ones appearing right now, 160, 160, 160. They should be 250 because it is classed as an objective, the encampments. Whereas the ones that's roaming, they're not classed as the higher power level, so they wouldn't ordinarily be higher. Now, I should probably leave this because I do need to get the modules pretty quickly. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it, so we do need to get those quickly as we are playing solo. But yes, this is bugged, so it's a lot easier. And the missions are supposed to be easier anyway. According to the patch notes, you know, it was designed so that Stonewood would be supposedly a little bit harder, but Twine would be a little bit easier. I guess they're trying to focus the difficulty as less of a learning curve, or less of a gradual learning curve, and more of a steep learning curve, which is a little bit weird. But they also made it so that you don't have to rely on teammates as much. Now, of course, if we had 4 players, it would still be easier because we've got more people shooting, but your actual strength, you know, the damage your weapons do, the health you have, is not reliant on teammates whatsoever anymore. They make no difference. Why can I not find any modules? This is not good. I do need to find some modules. Well, there's one at least. But yeah, we've still got 5 more to find. I might just quickly find these, and then I can concentrate on talking a bit easier, rather than having to look for them while talking, because my brain is kind of stupid, and it can't do all that at once. The C-bot was a bit bugged then. Yeah, I couldn't find an angle to get him to actually start the defense. Oh wow, this is really bad. Okay, there we go. It's a bit better. I kind of gave up on trying to find them for now, just because I know C-bot goes away. I thought I'd just get his help a little bit, you know, because my eyesight's not what it used to be, alright? Oh, we found an extra one while going to the one that C-bot found. That's kind of nice. Although I think I'm going to... Oh, there's one up there as well. We found so many near the objective. Why did I not check here? Because I went the other way, that's why. I just got really unlucky on the direction I decided to go to at the start of the match. And there's one up there. Wow, we would have found literally all of them. That's actually crazy work. Oh dear. Well, we're going to get an extra defense, I think, but we should be fine, because, as I say, the 160s are now just super easy. That is a very high-pitched squeak from my voice. I am so sorry. There's 2 here! I have too many! Oh, no wonder I couldn't find any anywhere else. Jesus Christ, son. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Anyway, we can finish building this, and I just wanted to ask, what do you guys think? Have you actually been in many high-level missions? Do you find them easier? I mean, the 160s, I think you couldn't deny are easier because of the simple fact that the power level of the enemies is just much, much lower. You know, you can't really argue with that. But in terms of regular missions, maybe ones in ventures, or I don't know if you guys have been soloing them, do you find it a lot easier? Or do you still play with teammates? How do you find them? I'd love to know what the general consensus is on that. And see, you know, does the difficulty feel different? Or does it feel very much the same? I would love to know. Now, I'm just going to plop some wall launchers on these. I don't think it's overly necessary. What are you doing, fella? One absolute mental man. I don't think we're going to get attacked all these directions, but I think just to exhibit, I suppose, how simple it can be to get away with just one layer of traps. I'm just going to do tarp it on the floor. Probably not the smartest thing since we've got exploding death bomb, but yeah, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that at all. We can get to launchers up here as well. And then some more tar pit traps. Lovely stuff. Wow, we are really getting through these traps, huh? Well, it's a good job I can get tier 5 stuff from expeditions now, because yeah, we're going to need it. I think we're going to need it. It's all good, man. Yeah, so we are definitely getting that raid, but that's fine. Should be easy enough, given the ease of the missions now, so I don't mind. We just put these will affect like a huge area. And we've got our weapons and stuff, so it's fine. I think it's interesting because Repair the Shelter was always an easy mission, because you really don't get a lot of enemies spawn, so I wonder if they've changed that. Kind of just looks like it's the same. But yeah, you can see 160 still, this is an objective spawn. We are in the, you know, eliminate so many enemies before you can progress, and yeah, they are definitely just 160. Very easy stuff, which is kind of embarrassing for Save the World, you know? It's always, in my eyes, prouded itself on, oh my god, on, you know, the difficulty of the very high-end stuff. Maybe that's just me, I don't know. But I always saw it as an impressive feat of strength and ability to be able to do, you know, the high-level missions in this game. I don't know. It just seems like that's just gone now. Alas. Not much we can do about that. Alright, well that is the kill wave done. And yeah, let's get the full defense. So now that we're in this final attack, this isn't actually a final attack, by the way, this is just a random patrol spawn. Now that we've got the final attack, they're going to come from two different directions. Looks like maybe more to the right, more to the left. Which way are they going? I would like to just put my base at one side, like that, for example. What I'm thinking I might do then is just... if they're not going to come around here, that's fine. I'll do that. If we can just get back over here real quick. Bang! It's a load of sploders, which, you know, are annoying. I mean, this was always the case, you know, with Repair the Shelter. You'd always get very easy waves, and I'm not sure why. But there's no change now, it's just we are doing more power. We are doing more power. We are doing more damage. And they are potentially doing less. Probably not. Just we've got more health and stuff, I think. But yeah, this is a cakewalk. There's the epic mini-boss, though. We've got the mini-boss sound. Lovely jubbly. Oh, it's a smasher spawner, though. Smasher spawner? What the hell? That's not what I meant to say. It's a smasher. Ooh, that did huge damage, though. Oh, he is through. I need to be careful, I'm getting shot. He is through. I think I'm probably just going to ignore him, because, I mean, I don't really need to deal with him, I just need to stop anything else from getting into the objective, so, we can let him go. I don't think he's doing much harm, bless him, he's just enjoying himself. I still can't build that though, which is kind of annoying. But I can do this. Heal myself up a bit. Really not worried about the state of the objective. I can build this back now though, the mini-boss is gone. Yeah, he's still vibing there, it's all good. We can just keep slapping these guys. So, you know, that's probably the only hard thing now is the mini-boss, which you can still get builds to deal with that. You could play as Lynx, you could have a quick fingers build. You know, there's loads of stuff you could use to get rid of a mini-boss. Or you can just let them do whatever they want. I don't really care what he's doing, you know? These regular enemies, because they're not power level 200, they're dying in like 2 shots from my vacuum tube. Or Xenon, whichever one you want to use. Xenon? I don't know how that's supposed to be pronounced. We had a discussion about this in the stream. So, you know, I don't really mind what he's doing. He's just having the time of his life, and bless him. How much does this do to him? Because he is nature, and this is physical, so it's probably not going to be too... Yeah, there's no point in doing that. Lovely. Yeah, again, we don't really need to build it back up. A lot of the enemies that we're getting spawning are designed to either attack me, like the blasters, the zappers, the pitchers, or they're designed to attack the structure, like the mini-boss, the sploders. There's barely any that are actually meant to walk into the objective to make us fail, which makes it even easier as well. But there you go. That's a 160 soloed very easily. I mean, we didn't even need these traps, really. They didn't do anything to the regular enemies. We could have done this without any traps, and it would have been the same. The main difficulty was the mini-boss. So yeah, the game is super easy right now. I've seen that Frost Knight is also easier. The enemies are not their usual power level 500. They're just power level 200 in the hardest difficulty. So now's the time to take advantage of that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Get your 160s done for the week. Super duper easy. Even easier if you have friends to do it with, or just play with randoms, because you got more players. But yes, thank you so much for watching as usual, and I'll see you in a future one. Cheers. Take care.